remove.
Now,
Sydney.
talking about family, we got the exact opposite with Fani Willis and her father. Her father loves her till the cows come home.
She's the only child, right?
She's the only child. Now, did you see his testimony? Okay. I found him kind of endearing. He was funny.
Okay.
They brought him on stage. I mean, on the
and why did they need him to be questioned?
Well, that's what I was going to say. They brought him on the stand. Made a few things. One, they wanted to show, is there a connection between her saying her dad told her to keep cash? Okay, so that's one. Number two, did he know about the relationship between her and Nathan? Three, what did she say about her dad? The relationship, the money. It's something else, but I can't remember. But I'll talk about I'll probably remember as we're talking about it. He said he did tell her to keep, about her having to leave from the house because of being threatened. Okay. That was the third thing. He said he told her to keep cash. Lots of cash.
Always keep cash in the house.
He gave an example. That's why I said he was kind of endearing, because he's an older man. He said he gave a story of when he was, when Fani was younger, and he was practicing in somewhere, Connecticut or somewhere, I don't know. And they had to go through a small town. All he had was cash, credit card, and $10 and express checks. What's those express checks?
American Express checks?
Or whatever those checks are, yeah.
Traveler's
checks. And he said they went into a place, and the man said, we don't take, he was getting ready to pay.
Any of his modes of money.
He didn't want to take nothing. And he felt it was racial, the way the man was saying it. Probably was no sign up that said they don't take only cash. And he might have seen somebody else pay with credit card. That's why he felt like it was racially motivated. And he said all he had, the meal or something came up to $9 or something. And he had a $10 bill. So he said, you take cash? So he had to pay with cash. So he said, I don't ever want her to be in that predicament. He said, I don't want to be racial, but it's a black thing. Especially back in my day, we carried cash because we knew that they would take cash. They wouldn't take anything else from us, but they'll take cash. And he said, I don't want her to be out on a date or something, or something happens and she don't have money, physical money. And so he said, so he did tell her to keep cash. So that wasn't unrealistic when she said she had thousands and thousands of dollars of cash in her house. The second thing he talked about, he said he did not know in the beginning, or she didn't talk about her love life to him. Okay. And he said he wouldn't expect her to. He didn't. And then they asked him about her previous boyfriend. He knew about him, he said, but she lived with him. He said, so that might be why he knew, because he would come over and
the guy would be there.
Yeah. But when she moved out, she was dating the Nathan guy. He said I didn't know she was dating him. They said, did you ever meet him before? He said he met him not with Fani, but he said he remembered him because Nathan is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, and he's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. And he said, I don't know, you guys don't know about this, but there's a thing we do in fraternities and sororities where we kind of like, we better than you, or we battle each other, which we know because we're in a sorority.
Exactly.
He said that's the only reason why I remember him, because he was talking about Alpha, and I was like, no, the Kappas is better, but not along the lines of dating her.
Right.
That's the only reason why he remembers him, being a member. And then the third thing was they was asking why he stayed at the house when she left. She had to leave the house because she was being threatened.
Okay.
And now the attorneys were saying, you must not have felt really threatened because your father stayed and your kids stayed. Well, he was saying the threats was for her. They was after her. So he said you couldn't even open the window. You couldn't go outside. They got threatened every day. They would say that they would take their lives. Mega people, the crazy people that follow Donald Trump. They hated her. And then also, too, some of it could be from YSL because she was going against the gangs.
Right.
So she got mega people going after her. And then she got probably criminals, gang members, going after her.
Right.
So everybody knew where she lived.
Oh.
So when she left, it was better for them, for him.
Okay.
They wasn't after him. They was really more after her.
Right.
Okay. So that was that. They brought him up there and he did his testimony. Let's see. The other guy she dated was a disc jockey. Mm-hmm. That's what he said.
Okay.
Was a disc jockey. He remembered that. So they basically, to me, I felt like, again, this takes away from going after the Mar-a-Lago game.
I know, but that was the plan for Trump. He wanted this. He wanted delays as much as possible. Talk to her dad, talk to her kids, talk to the boyfriend, even bring some of the gangbangers that she even went against. I mean, he's trying to really mess her up.
Right. He said he didn't like the other boyfriend, the one that was the disc jockey.
Okay.
Because he would always leave music stuff around the house. And he had to always pick it up.
Okay.
He was messy, I guess.
Uh-huh.
He didn't like that. That was it.
Was this testimony helpful, you think, with her?
Yeah, but she not, well.
Because they're trying to figure out if she knew him before she got the trial with Trump or not.
He couldn't really, in my opinion, bring anything against the stuff they talking about with how they exchange money and stuff. How would he know? He don't know nothing about that. Mm-hmm. The only thing he pretty much was attested to is that she had cash. Because he told her to keep cash. Mm-hmm. So that was it. And he attested to the death threats that she received. He said they put a police car with a police dog in front of their house. Mm-hmm. And it would circle the house, smelling for bombs because they would get bomb threats. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much it.
Dang, that's kind of sad to live in fear because of some mega nuts.
Yep. Or the gang.
Yeah, or gang. Well, why would they come after her?
Because she's locking them up. She's doing what
so she has a lot of things coming at her.
She's doing what Kennedy did when he became Attorney General, his brother, Robert Kennedy.
Yeah.
And he went after the mob.
Yeah.
And he put people, that's what started all of this RICO cases. And she's doing what he did. And that's how she's cleaning up Atlanta.
Wow.
So she got a lot of gangbangers and people who are in the criminal world don't like her.
Okay. Including Trump.
Let's see. Justice says that's going to make her a target, publicly admitting to keeping large sums of cash now. You right.
I know.
And Wendy Pearson, hey, Wendy, says Monique is a pathetic bully. Oh, pathetic bully. I ain't seen Wendy pee in a while.
Okay, Wendy.
Christopher here. He said, did y'all see the friend testify? She seemed disgruntled. Also, this is a distraction. Yes. The friend who said that they started dating before the trial.
Well, did she seem like
she got fired? She got fired.
Oh.
So that's why Chris is saying she seemed disgruntled. She would have a bone to pick.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna hopefully throw her testimony out.
And then y'all remember the black guy, I think that was his partner. He was testifying. Okay. They was asking, did he know about them and being together and stuff? All of it is a distraction.
And that's what Trump wants. This is his whole purpose of delay and tactics that he's doing.
Yes.
But I'll be praying for Fani as well and her family, protection over
So that was it. That was because for that one.
The thing that I don't like about The Enemy, and that's what I was saying about that documentary that I was sharing with Emerald and Wendy, I had sent out to everybody. Mm-hmm. It's back from the 70s, but it was just showing how people were cleaning up and they were used as for spiritual reasons to clean up the mess and the gang violence and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And they became targets.
Yeah.
And and what the man in Colombia was cleaning up the drugs and everything in the late 70s.
Yeah.
And they were threatening him.
Now, again, I go back to what I've always said. Do I believe that Fani Willis is telling the truth? No. But do I believe she can tell the truth? No. I don't think she can. I think she has to lie. That's my opinion. But I do believe that she's not telling the truth. But I don't think she can tell the truth.
What do you mean you don't think she's telling the truth?
I don't think she's telling the truth as far as money and stuff. I think that she didn't pay him back all the time. And I think that he paid for stuff and she didn't pay him back.
Like the details of their relationship.
I do believe they started before the trial. That's my opinion. I think a little bit of what her friend said is true. Even though I do think she's disgruntled. I think that she did keep it secret. Nobody knew about it. Usually when you dating somebody, you don't keep it that secret unless you think you're doing something wrong. That's my opinion.
That's true. You would tell the world.
You would tell everybody, I'm dating this buckethead man.
Dude,
But do I believe that she can tell the truth? No. Do I think she should have taken herself off the case? Yes. Do I think it's too late? Yes. Now I think the judge has to do it. I think it's too far gone now.
That's the decision that he wants.
Do I think the judge should take her off the case? Yes. Do I think that if she stays on the case as a distraction? Yes. Do I think that Trump will use it? Yes. Do I think he would talk about it for the rest of the year? Yes. That's why it would be nice if she wasn't on there, because then he couldn't talk about it. Put some nice white lady on there, or some white man that's a conservative. Then he won't have nothing to talk about. They can't be white liberal. They got to be a white person that voted Republican or even MAGA. Put them on there and then let them try it. So
I don't know.
Okay. Christopher says, going back to Fani, why would Fani do this? It was a huge risk. When I said lie, I think Chris, because you ever have, I'm trying to give a good example.
What do you mean?
When you lie, you don't, it's never good to lie, but sometimes you so far into something that you can't tell the truth.
Right. You can't go back.
You can't go back, because if you tell the truth, it's going to disrupt a lot of other stuff. It may even throw the case out. And that's what she doesn't want.
She has a lot to lose.
She has more to lose if she tells the truth.
Yeah.
Than she does
and
lying.
I think, too, as a lawyer, she's probably looked at all of the evidence,
she figured out a way to get through it.
She's got a loophole.
The cash.
It's my word against his.
And cash.
Or my people. They're not going to believe her.
They can't trace cash.
And they're not going to believe this disgruntled lady, like you just said.
Exactly.
My dad's going to give me some strength. And then the guy that I hired in, more than so, they can get rid of him and keep me. So she's done some lawyer moves.
And let me tell you why I'm not, I like Fani, but I'm not in a Fani camp because of what's going on with Young Thug and YSL.
Oh, okay.
She used to be a defense attorney. And the clients that the gangbangers and the people who she used to defend are the ones she's locking up. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like double dipping, because you as my defense attorney, you know things about me and my life that another prosecutor would never know. So you're using that. She's doing what why I'm not a fan of Kamala. Kamala was locked. Kamala. Is it Kamala? Whatever. Kamala. That she was locking up a lot of black men. She was using a lot of inside information from being black against them. I don't like that. So that's my thing with Fani. And then I believe what the street said. She was dating the gangbanger. She was dating the guy who Young Thug and them didn't like. And they had him offed. And when she became a prosecutor, she told that guy's mom, who she used to date, don't worry, I'm taking them down. It's personal to me that she taking Young Thug and them down. Okay. So that's why I'm not a big fan of her. Now, do I like her? Do I think she's smart? Do I think she's good for Atlanta? Yeah, because I think Atlanta's crooked.
Right. Right.
You almost need a crooked person to clean up crime.
I hate to say it.
You hate to say it, but all right. And Christopher says, yeah, I think the judge would take her off. He seems so laid back and non-confrontational. Yeah. And I don't think he wants to hear Trump in there every day talking about Fani Willis. So I would be surprised.
Whew, excuse me.
All right, we'll move on.
Yeah.